Riders, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be test riding is the Honda Goldwing. This is going to be a 2022 DCT model. This is going to be the base DCT model that we're going to be riding today. So you're not going to get the electronic suspension that as you would with the other ones. There's not going to be a trunk with this one, but you still get all the nice features that you would on a Honda Goldwing DCT. So just to give you guys a quick runaround, so here's going to be how you're going to be able to switch between neutral, which you're going to be seeing here, then to drive. So we're going to be in drive there. If you want to switch between the riding modes, you're going to press back here where it's going to say mode. It's going to show it's going to go from sport, economy, rain, back to tour. So over here to our left, we're going to see that we're going to be able to get the walking mode in reverse. It's going to be done here. So you press over here, you let go, and you go back and forth over here. So you're going to go forward by pressing your shifting your plus paddle, and you're going to go back by hitting the negative. It's also going to have cruise control, so you press over here, you're going to see it light up on the screen over here, and then obviously just like you would be a regular car, it's going to have hazard lights. And we're going to start talking a little bit more about the motorcycles here shortly. So I rode the 2021 late last year, and I was thoroughly impressed. It's a very smooth motorcycle. It has a great power band, and the best part about it is it's going to be in a flat 6 engine, so you're going to get that power, that torque is going to be found at the bottom end of the spectrum. So the Honda Goldwing is going to be equipped with a 1800cc flat 6-cylinder engine. It's going to have 90 horsepower, 102 foot-pound of torque, and the best part about it is going to be that you're going to get that torque at 1,300 RPM. So you're going to get that power instantly right off the bat. So compared to other motorcycles that you don't really start getting the torque till 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, by getting it at 1,300, you're going to get that power instantly. As you're going to see, you're still going to get some analog gauges over here and over here, but you're still going to get in the middle, you're going to get a nice TFT display. So the Honda Goldwing, you're going to have the ability to lower and raise the windshield. So by pressing over here to your left, you're going to be able to go up and to go down. So I have to say that it actually does provide a lot of wind protection. Hold on, this guy wants me to go over here. All right. So right now we have it at the down position. We're gonna go up, and if you want to be able to get some more wind, you're gonna press here, and this is gonna go up, and it's gonna allow more wind to be able to flow through once you get moving. As you're gonna see, you're gonna get 2 winglets. There's gonna be one here, there's gonna be another one over here, and those are gonna allow for additional wind protection once you're riding. The Honda Goldwing DCT has a 4.3-inch front suspension. You're gonna get dual disc with 4 piston calipers. As you go to the back, you're gonna see that you're gonna have a 4.1 inches of travel, and you're gonna get a single disc with dual piston caliper. It's gonna be driven by a 7-speed automatic transmission, dual clutch transmission in this case, and it's going to be mated to a shaft drive, so that will eliminate a lot of the maintenance that you will see on some other motorcycles. So the Honda Goldwing has been in service now for over 40 years. It started back in the early 70s with a 4-cylinder 999cc engine. As time passed, they started producing the 6-cylinder, and here we are today. So they saw the demand for the Goldwing go up once they came out with the interstate model. Once the interstate model was released, they stopped producing naked Goldwings because they were not really selling well. So here we are 40 plus years later. The Honda Goldwing is one of the top selling motorcycles in the market. When you think of comfort, when you think of long distance touring, you're going to think automatically of Honda. They're known for reliability. They are known for low cost of ownership, and that's what we have today. The Honda Goldwing, as we know it, has gone through many iterations. One of the complaints from the previous generation to the one that we are currently riding is that they had a decrease in tank size. The previous one was 6.6 gallons. The one that we're riding today is going to be a 5-gallon tank. And they also had a decrease in saddle storage. For 2022, the Honda Goldwing Tour model, they actually had an increase in the trunk capacity. So the ones that come with a trunk, you're able to get the trunk from factory if you desire. It's going to be 61 liters of storage, so that's going to give you a lot of capacity. So once we get here to the light, I'm going to show you a little bit more about the Goldwing DCT. So as we can see here, this over here is going to be a storage compartment. So you're going to press this here and you're going to be able to see that you have a compartment, and right in there you're going to get an USB that you're able to plug in and plug your phone. The Honda Goldwing comes equipped with Apple CarPlay, and it also comes equipped with the Android Autoplay. So you're able to plug it in, and once you do that, you're able to go to your home and you're able to select what you want to do. If you want to do your phone, you're able to do it, and you're able to then do between Android and Autoplay. So one great thing about the Honda Goldwing is you're able to select, you're able to go through your modes through here, and by modes I mean through the screen. So you can go home here and do everything over here to your left. So you can do everything through here, as you can see here. Or let's say you don't want to do that, you want to go ahead and do it through here, you can do it through here. So I mean, you really don't have a whole lot of issues. So if you want to do it through here, do it through here. If you want to just go and do it through the knob that you have, and it's very easy to use. So the Honda Goldwing standard DCT is going to come with heated grips. If you were to get the Tour is going to come with heated seats. So you will see those controls here. This one is only going to have it done here. So for heater grips, you know, we're in Florida, it's literally 90 degrees, so we're not going to need to use it today. But if you were to, you would just press over here and you would just see it light up over there. So the DCT transmission and its riding modes, I have to say, it's one of the best things that the Goldwing has. The fact that you are able to select between the riding modes, it's a great feature. So as you can see, we're in Tour. If you were to change it to sport mode, it's going to hold the gears when you're shifting a lot longer, and what it's going to do is it's going to give you a very sporty feel. Same thing, so let's say you want to do economy. For economy, what it's going to do is going to get to the optimal gear for the speed regardless of how you're riding it. So what it's going to do is going to do quick shifting, because what it's trying to do is trying to maximize economy. Let's say you're in rain. When you have the Goldwing DCT in rain, what it's going to do is it's going to basically through the systems is going to adjust the throttle, and it's going to give you a different riding perspective. You're not going to get all that power instantly. You're going to have reduced engine braking. So, and the reason for that is you don't want your rear tire kind of locking when you're trying to slow down. So as you can see, and I'll show you guys here shortly, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in sport mode so you can see what I'm talking about, and just keep an eye on the gauges. So and as you can see, it's holding the gear in place. And one great thing about the DCT transmission is, let's say you want to change between riding modes, all you're going to do is you're going to press over here on your lever, and it's going to go ahead and change to the next one. Let's say you want to go ahead and do the same thing again. What you do is you let go of your throttle, you press your lever up here, and voila, you're in the next mode. So let's go ahead and put her in touring mode and just go from there. An unique feature that the Honda Goldwing has that no other motorcycle has in the market is going to be that you have a reverse and you have walking mode. So in reverse, let's say you come to a stop and you're trying to back into a place, which we know we have to do many times, or let's say you are in a downhill and you're trying to back into a spot, no big deal. What you'll do is you come over here, you press on the motorcycle symbol that has the forward and rear facing arrows, and you're able to go ahead and put the motorcycle in either reverse or in walking mode. In walking mode, what it's going to do is that will be when you're going forward. So let's say you're trying to either go up a hill or whatever it is, you know, you're trying to go take it easy, you know, that way you don't fall off the motorcycle. What you'll do is, again, you'll press over here, and through your lever up here, this will be forward, you'll press it and you'll start going. A great feature that I have to say Honda did a great job was, it's not going to have just one speed. And by that, what I mean is, let's say that the computer senses that you're having resistance trying to move the motorcycle forward. What the electronics are going to do is it's going to give it a little bit more power, and what you'll see your revving going up, so you'll give it a little bit more power and you're able to go ahead and get going. So let me go ahead and show you how the cruise control works. So right now, let's go ahead and, so as you can see, it's off. Once you know that it's going to be on, it's going to come up here. So I'm going to press it so you guys can see it. So you see, you're going to get the orange symbol for your cruise control. And let's say I want to go ahead and set it. What I'll do is I'm going to pull down, and there's going to be in place. So let's say you want to go ahead and increase speed. What you're going to do is you're going to hit it up. If you want to decrease your speed, you'll hit it down. And if you want to stop using it, what you'll do is you either you have to press your brake, or you'll just go ahead and turn it off right there. And as you can see, it's already gone. So the Honda Goldwing DCT has automatic self-canceling turn signal, so you can either do it manually or just wait for the motorcycle to go ahead and once it senses that you're back up to where she should be, she'll go ahead and do the self-canceling signal. And you'll see that right here shortly. As you can see, the turn signal, like, it's already it shut itself up, so that's one less thing you have to worry about. So the direct competition, and this is based on what I've seen and what I've researched to the Honda Goldwing. And now when I say direct competition, I'm going to be doing like similar specs. I will have to say it will probably be the BMW K1600, and that's going to be because that will be the only other 6-speed motorcycle in the market. The K16 is going to be an inline 6 versus what we have right now in the Goldwing, which is going to be a flat V6. So with the BMW K1600, you're going to get a motorcycle that is going to be oriented more towards sport and then touring, versus you get the Goldwing. This is going to be completely tailored for touring. You get over 150 horsepower, almost 100 foot-pound of torque with the K1600. With the Goldwing DCT that we're currently riding, you're going to get that flat 6. You're only getting 90 horsepower, you're getting 102 foot-pound of torque, and it's going to be a very low revving machine. As you can see here, we're going to be redlining at around 6,000 miles. But from riding this motorcycle last year and riding it again this year, I'm not really sure if you need all that power, just because by getting that power going right at 1300 RPM, you definitely feel the motorcycle get going and start cruising right away with no difficulties, no issues. And it actually feels like a very nimble motorcycle, just because of the power to weight ratio. So the Goldwing DCT is going to be 820 pounds. That's going to be the one that we're currently riding, and they're going to keep going up in price if you go with the Goldwing DCT Tour, or if you do the DCT Tour that comes with airbags. The weight is going to go all the way up to like 855 pounds. So again, just like anything else, the more features you keep adding to the motorcycle, the more the motorcycle is going to weigh. So one thing to to mention is, let's say you're using your manual transmission, or what I'll do is I'll show you guys now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. So as you see here, here's going to be the auto manual, and then the D. So right now, as you can see, we are going to be in 6th gear. We're going to be in tour, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch it to manual. So right now we're in full manual mode. So if I want to go ahead and go to 7-speed right there, I did it manually. I overrided the computer. If I want to decrease my gear, I do the same thing. I'm going to press down here, and it's going to go ahead and decrease my my gear that I'm currently in. So what I'm gonna do is I'll wait once we get to the stop sign up here, and I'll show you guys how it works. With the Goldwing DCT, you get the passing high beam, which is gonna be over here, and if you press that lever over here forward, what's gonna happen is you're gonna keep the high beam on. So you get the passing, and you also get your high beam setup right there. This has speakers up here in the front, and they're going to be 55 watt speakers, so you're going to get a fairly decent sound. And what you can do is, if you want, you can lower your volume through here, or just go ahead and twist the knob here that we see up here, and again, the same thing, you're going to be able to lower your volume. So we're gonna come to a stop, guys. I want you guys to look over here, and just so you can see what I meant by the transmission going itself slowly into gear. I'm not doing absolutely anything. Look at my right hand, there's nothing doing, and guess what, we are back to first gear. One thing that's gonna happen, and I'll show you guys when we get going, once you have it on manual mode, she will automatically start decreasing its gear count as you're slowing your speed, but it will not. But the Honda Goldwing will not go up in gear. So that's something that and I'll show you guys here. As you can see, it's not going to do it, so you're going to have to do it yourself. Let's say you want to go ahead and just go back to manual, to automatic. You press the D, I'm sorry, and there you are, we're back in D mode, and she'll just go ahead and just start shifting itself again once the computer goes back to you know, reprograms itself to get going. So I have to say, for the weight that the motorcycle has, the Honda Goldwing, you don't feel like front nose diving. The brakes actually feel very responsive. You have dual disc in the front, and the ABS is going to be very responsive. Honda, the Goldwing that we're currently riding, has the Honda torque control. So again, that's going to be another safety feature as well. So it's going to basically provide you traction if it notices the wheel that is spinning. So I have to say, from looking at the new model, and just so you guys know, for the standard DCT that we're riding, there were no changes from 2021 to 2022. The changes were basically primarily just to the paint, and for the touring model, it just had a larger saddle case, saddlebag in the top case. So other than that, what you see here, it would have been the same motorcycle that you would have seen in 2021, just a different color. So I have to say, you actually do feel some wind coming through here. If you don't have it open, you don't feel much wind. So if you want to get more wind protection, just go ahead and lower it down and you'll get less wind. But I have to say, even with the windshield all the way to the top, it's very it's restricting the airflow a lot. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it in tour. Let's see that we got here to the green light. He's gonna give us some juice. I'm gonna do the same thing here. So I just want to see how fast we can get her, or just to see how she responds in tour. So not bad. I mean, as you were able to see, the motorcycle really never shifted into a lower gear. If we would have been in sport, more than likely she would have been in third gear, because she would have been trying to stay within that power band. But being in tour, she basically, all she did was we just rolled the light and we just kept going. So not much going on there. So the exhaust from factory is going to be very, very quiet, so you're not going to hear a lot of noise. And the truth be told, I mean, you don't buy the DCT to put a loud exhaust, you know, a Two Brothers or something loud, you know, to cruise around. Let's go ahead and address the tank size. So the tank size is going to be a 5-gallon tank, but Honda rates the Goldwing DCT at 42 miles a gallon. So even if you do the math, 5 gallons divided by 4, you're going to get over 200 miles of cruising speed. I've read reports where people have stated that they set the cruise control around 80, 85, and they still managed to get 39 to 40 miles per gallon. So I will bet if you ride the Goldwing 70, 75 on the highway, you might be able to squeeze a little bit more miles out of your DCT model. Now, the Honda Goldwing is not going to have the tank up here. The reason they did that was, number one, they wanted to go ahead and have your controls all the way up here, very accessible and easy to see. And number two, what they wanted to do was they wanted to put it down low. That way it would lower your center of gravity. So think about it. You have a motorcycle that weighs over 800 pounds. Imagine having 800 pounds with your tank up here. So it's going to be top heavy. By Honda putting the trunk down here, and here's going to be the filler. By putting the tank down towards, you know, basically in between the engine and the rear wheel, you're going to get a lower center of gravity, which is going to make the Goldwing handle better when you go into the curves. So as you guys can see, we've already made a couple of turns. She feels very well planted. You don't get a lot of like, you don't feel like she's getting squirmy or anything like that, so that's a great thing. The suspension, it feels kind of soft to me. I mean, she's not very bouncy, but she absorbs you know, the potholes and everything well. Like, it's not like riding the Honda Rebel 1100 where you only have a little bit of 3 inches of clearance. So here we are. We're gonna come to a stop. We're gonna get up to some twisties here, and I will be able to tell you how she feels when we are getting up in the curves. So here we have, this is going to be a Honda Africa Twin. This is going to be the DCT model. So that's a beautiful bike, beautiful motorcycle. And when you compare it to the other bikes in the market, it's going to have a lower cost of entry as you would to other motorcycles. So here we are, and I have to say that torque, you feel it right away. So I mean, you don't have to worry about anything. So, and what I have to say is, you don't feel like some motorcycles, you feel like there's going to be like some cutoff when you give it some throttle. Not with this one. As soon as you start giving it throttle, she remains responsive, and she is able to keep, you know, adding power, and you don't feel at any point as you're, you know, giving it throttle unsafe. So here's going to be some twisties, and you know, let's be realistic, this is Florida, so you know, don't expect anything. Don't expect to see anything crazy, but let's see. It started to rain, so it's gonna be, I hope that we're able to make it back before it starts pouring down. So all right, here we are. So very smooth, very stable. So Honda did an excellent job when it came to redoing the Honda Goldwing. The Honda Goldwing, if you always looked at the Honda Goldwing, it was always going to be ridden by, you know, 60, 70-year-old retirees. It was a bike that it was meant to, you know, you only got it if you were past a certain age. But with the redesign of the engine, redesign of the way it looks, the way the lines flow, the Honda Goldwing now, we can definitely say that it's going to be able to attract riders from all ages. I'm 35, and if I didn't have a Yamaha FJR, I would probably consider getting a Goldwing. It looks very modern, and you get that Honda reliability. The Honda Goldwing comes with standard LED, so you're gonna get LED turning signals, LED headlight, and you're gonna get LED brake light. My one gripe would be for the Honda Goldwing would be just how little room you have in the storage bags. I understand why they did it. They wanted the lines to flow better. You didn't want the bags to be sticking out, like, you know, for example, on my Honda Goldwing, on my Yamaha FJR. But what you do in turn is you eliminate a lot of that storage capacity that you would, you know, require if you're going to be taking the Honda Goldwing on a tour. So the Honda Goldwing also is known for being a IBA motorcycle. There's many riders that have finished throughout the years on Honda Goldwings, and that's a testament to Honda, because number one, you're putting a motorcycle through its paces. You're talking that you ride a motorcycle for over 10 days. You're putting in excess of 10,000 to 11,000 miles, and you're going to be riding the motorcycle almost 24 hours straight. So a testament to Honda of just how well built and to the quality of the product that you're putting on the road. So guys, what do I like about the Honda Goldwing? Number one, it will be reliability. It's reliable, it's been known, it's been in the market now for years, so you have a proven platform, a proven engine, a proven drivetrain that is known to last a very long time. Maintenance costs, you have very low maintenance costs. Basically what you're going to do is just do your valve adjustment. I believe it's going to be every 16,000 miles, but your oil changes and final drive oil changes are going to be fairly straightforward. Now my only one down to the motorcycle is going to be just the limited storage on the saddlebags. Other than that, I don't have anything negative, you know, I don't have any negativity. I mean, if you're looking for a touring motorcycle, you know that you're going to be riding a motorcycle that's going to be over 800 pounds. So you know to expect that you're going to be getting a heavy motorcycle. Now when we compare these to other models, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to other models that I've written. I'm not going to go based on what other people have said, or just he said, she said. I've written the Honda, obviously the Honda Goldwing DCT. I've written the Roadmaster, and I've also written the Roadkin. When we compare the Honda Goldwing to those two models, what comes to mind is there's no vibrations. There's very little, if no vibrations whatsoever. It's a very smooth ride from the get-go, and it's going to be water cool. The Roadkin and the Roadmaster, they're both going to be air cool engines, so you do feel a lot more heat from those engines. And another thing to point is, since you have the Honda Goldwing compared to the Road, so when we compare, so in terms of heat, when we compare back to the Roadkin and the Roadmaster, you get a lot more heat from those V-twin air-cooled engines. You're gonna have those engines right over here on your legs. The fact that the Honda Goldwing DCT is gonna have, a flat six. You're gonna see the engine sits down there. There's not gonna be any heat coming up through your legs, which to me was very noticeable when I was riding those other two models. The only benefit was from the Indian was that the Roadmaster had the rear cylinder deactivation when you came to a stop, so it kind of reduces the heat, but other than that, there's going to be a lot of heat noted. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this content, just give it a thumbs up. That way the algorithm knows it's good, and I will see you guys on my next video.